polygamy, it's basically when you have multiple partners. You know, to make a long story short, because you got polyamory and polygyny and all this extra stuff. I ain't trying to go down that road. Polygamy, long story short, is when you have multiple partners. Now, I like to deal with facts. I like to deal with opinion. 98% of European regions, countries, anywhere they own, is going to always be illegal. Okay? So you're going to see polygamy legalized in 90% of African countries, and it's going to be illegal in 90% of European countries. But you're going to see homosexuality legalized in the majority of...
You already see that now.
Yes.
It's already legalized.
Yeah.
In certain states and stuff like that.
Illegal? You said legalized.
Legalized. Like made it legal.
They made it legal.
Homosexuality?
Yeah.
Well,
and bestiality is legal over here too in like 10 or 11 states.
And that just made it legal probably like 2 years ago. It was never like that.
Right. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's a cultural practice. And you have to know your culture. And I have to always give you the history before I give you the science, because sometimes you might feel like, that doesn't apply to me. And I want you to have your right to feel like that, because it doesn't apply to you sometimes. And so, you're going to always see polygamy legal in areas that's, governed by black people. You're going to see it illegal in areas that's mostly governed by Caucasians. And this is not just like a racial thing. This is due to a population thing. There are more Caucasian people dying than being born. Every 57 seconds, one non-black person dies from skin cancer from the sun. And so if they legalize something that would allow us to outpopulate a certain race of people, that would be stupid on their behalf. So I kind of understand why it's not legal. But even during slavery times, polygamy was legal for white people. It became illegal because the rich white slave masters were the ones with all the wives, and the broke Europeans didn't have no wives. And so to make it fair, they just illegalized it, outlawed it, and now you had to be monogamous. So the reason I'm giving y'all this long build is because I know some of y'all about to talk about marriage and things that come out of the Bible. A lot of that stuff was added on as they went. Marriage was added on as a form of birth control, because if I'm a slave, right? Because what a lot of people don't want to understand about slavery is people were already over here, okay? This wasn't no big, giant, empty country, and they brought all of Africa over here and just populated. It was people over here. So if you catch me and you kidnap my family and I got 4 wives, I'm on the plantation populating more than you can feed. So think of it like jail, okay? The reason that they separate the men from the women in jail is not because of just the potential physical confrontation. It's because they don't need nobody in here to create no extra prisoners that they did not lock up. So if the plantation can only hold 1,000 slaves and I got 4 wives, and I'm doing what I do with them for 50 years, you know how many children we could create? So what they did was they said, okay, we're going to control who create children. That's why they had specific farms that was just for breeding, and then they used marriage as a form of birth control with that, you can't, have sex until you get married. And the pastor was the slave master. So until the slave master said you can have sex, you couldn't have sex. So the reason I'm saying that is just as much as people want to value monogamy, you need to learn the evil intent that, in regards to monogamy being inserted. And I believe that polygamy is also outlawed because when done right, we're not talking about, polygamy, as I call it.
What is polygamy? Can you tell us about polygamy? What is polygamy?
Polygamy is when niggas have ill intent and they using a righteous, divine structure of relationship to just get their rocks off. Or it can go both ways, the women too, because it's not always on the man. Because sometimes you got a man that got good intent, you got women that just think they about to be in somebody's house looking glamorous and getting taken care of, and they don't have a job to do besides look cute. So that's polygamy. But to me, I think polygamy would be very healing to the man and the woman, because it would restore manhood, because it will force a man to have to be a man. So I say that because if you got 3 women, that's right. If you got 2-3 women in your life, you got to boss up. All eyes on you. And this is my brother right here. I'm not speaking on him specifically, but I'm using him as an example. If I don't know him and he walk in the room with 3 women, I'm looking. I want to see. Oh, hold on, what are you doing? So this is going to force him to carry himself a certain way, and this is going to force him to hold himself to a certain standard. So I think it will restore the obligation that men have in the house. And then for 2, I think it will restore femininity, because right now we have so much. Women are so toxic, right? And I know women about to get mad, but I'm ready. I will go to war with all y'all, so I don't care. Women are so toxic today that y'all turn other feminine energy into competition so much that y'all will employ and support homosexuals before you do a man, because the only way most women will allow femininity to be around is if it's coming from a man. How many, and I'm speaking on black people because I'm black, I grew up around black people, I can't talk about what Amy and them do, I didn't grow up with them. I'm speaking on Tyrita and them, okay? When you look at black people get famous, right? Especially black women, right? Y'all love Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion probably love y'all too. She don't employ you though. That makeup artist is a nigga that's trying to be you, okay? So my thing is this. Polygamy would restore sisterhood, okay? It would restore trust. It will restore compassion. It will restore not just motherly bonds, but sisterly bonds. So most people look at polygamy and the first thing they think of is threesome. I don't have to be in a polygamous relationship to go have a threesome. I can go to Vegas right now with $500 and go have a threesome. So I don't need polygamy for that. So polygamy is for, I got to go to work, but I don't have to worry about daycare because I got one or two other women that I trust to watch my kids and vice versa. Okay? We can all run a business. We can hire each other. If I need a secretary, I can hire one of my queens as my wife. If I need a cameraman, I can hire one of my queens. So we can keep this money churning in the family. And you know me personally, I'm trying to get powerful enough to take it to a Rothschild. So I need family structure and generational wealth. But the point I'm trying to make is polygamy will restore these things. And most women who is anti-poly are anti-poly not because of men, but because of women. Because most y'all women out there who watching this right now, when you get you halfway through your comment, you didn't even get to hit send. And I paused you. I'm talking to you. Most y'all right now, when y'all hear polygamy, the first thing y'all think of is, I don't want to share no D. So, I just want to say this. I ain't lying. I just want to say this on that tip, though. I want to say this on that tip. You sharing D anyway. See?
Everybody say that.
Listen, I'm going to tell you why you sharing D anyway. Unless you was the first person ever that this man had sex with, and he been with you since that point, you sharing D. Okay? So, cut that out. That's like me saying I don't want to share no P. I'm not your first man. What you think I want to? Is the vagina supposed to be in a box? So it's not yours. And the reason that this is crazy because the relationship is a spiritual relationship, but we looking at it as a physical, from a possessive relationship. I don't own you.
Right.
I don't own you. You can leave tomorrow if you want. I don't own you. So the reason I say that is because you know how many women is side chicks because they like the dude. But if the dude said, "Listen, my girl said you can come be in a relationship," you would spin it. Because the idea of another woman being as happy as you, it activates that demon in you. So most women don't want to do polygamy not because of the man. They don't want to see other women happy. So if you say, listen, I want to love somebody the same amount of way that I love you. A woman can't fathom another woman being happy in her mind. That's how toxic y'all have become. Crazy. And y'all become so toxic that you will only tolerate feminine energy from a nigga, but you won't tolerate it from a female. You won't go to the mall with your girls because you feel like you can't trust females and whoop-de-whoop, but you in the Gucci store with your gay best friend. You see the girl up the street struggling and you won't hire her to be your makeup artist, but you got Fabio and them boys putting your makeup on. You got Fabio do your hair better than she do your hair. Now Fabio, we look better than yours.
But hold on, real quick, before you finish, I just want to, because you know my ring you going.
That's right, come on.
So my question to you is, you don't think that a lot of this behavior with women feeling like it's a competition with other women comes from men basically making women feel like, you know, if you don't have this certain asset, ass, breast, hips, or whatever, then I need to go out and look outside of
That's the reason I don't feel like that. Go ahead. But the reason I'm gonna let you say it first while I go. Go ahead.
I don't agree with that because it's like any like real true man, that none of that gonna matter in the first place. It's all gonna be like this and how you.
I think women are in competition with society and they blaming it on us. And the reason I say that is because the standards that women are trying to achieve, men are not setting that. I never told no woman, I'm a baller and I'm going to put you on a jet. You told yourself that. I didn't tell you that. I never told you, I'm going to get your hair done every 2 weeks and pay for a $1,500 wig. You told yourself that. So it's like women are creating these standards and then getting mad at us for not holding the standard when I never set the standard. Only thing I told you is if we go out and a nigga smack your butt, I'm going to fight him.
What's wrong with standards?
No, the standards have to be realistic. You got women now. This is what's wrong with. This is what's wrong with
double standard.
Right. And before I answer that, let me end my last joint. Competition. To all women that support homosexuality, right? And if you're a homosexual watching this, I don't care if I see you in public. I'm gonna show you the utmost respect. You are still a human being. You deserve to have a happy life. But you are the competition to a female. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. A homosexual man is your competition. So women say that other women is their competition, but then you befriend somebody that's really your competition. You can't say I don't like my man. I don't like having girlfriends because they might steal my man. But you wanna what you think your gay friend want? You think he want your friend, your girlfriend? He want your nigga. He want your brother. He want your so you in the nail salon getting your hair done talking about I don't need to be on my man because he got a new car. He on your nigga too.